Well, this is a bonus episode because we're running a little late on our measure and distance episode. Those of you who are acute may have noticed that the name of the channel is Silver and Stuff. This is the and stuff, or part of it. I have been meditating lately upon the book of Exodus, chapters 7 through 14. The author of Exodus has no good explanation for why Pharaoh will not let the children of Israel go. Moses and Aaron predict one plague after another. Pharaoh does not let Israel depart. And when each plague comes to pass, the Pharaoh begs Moses to make it stop, promising that Pharaoh will, this time, let Israel go. And each time when the plague abates, Pharaoh goes back on his promise. The only explanation that the author of Exodus can come up with for Pharaoh repeatedly forswearing himself is that God hardened Pharaoh's heart. Because how else can you explain Pharaoh being so outrageously stupid in the face of the evidence that Pharaoh and Egypt are confronted with forces they cannot dominate or control or bargain with? Even then, it just seems odd. It must have been God. I mean, human beings are capable of learning, adapting, bending to the facts that are before them, even when it hurts their pride. So, God must have hardened Pharaoh's heart. No other possible explanation. Is there? The writer of Exodus apparently couldn't think of one. Finally, Pharaoh relents and really does release Israel, but not until after death has touched every household and every family in Egypt. That's what finally does it. But when the Pharaoh and his officers realize that the Israelites are not coming back, once again, God hardens Pharaoh's heart, and Pharaoh and his army chase out into the desert to run down the Israelites and bring them back. Really? After everything that has happened to warn Pharaoh that he is dealing with powers beyond his control or comprehension, he decides that what is needed now is a show of force. Yeah. So Pharaoh perishes, and his army with him, because God hardened Pharaoh's heart. One last time. Because the author of Exodus could not believe that absent actual divine intervention, any person could be so stupid, stubborn, and prideful as to act repeatedly in the teeth of the evidence and lead a nation to destruction, or that his officers and people would let him. In these later days, I am finding this view charmingly naive.